Citizens jammed the Cafe on the Common Wednesday night to see a panel of 5 councillor-at-large candidates answer questions about the city.
I'd support, term limits or at least term interruptions.
It's a very valid circumstance not to support the CPA.
The free event was the second of 4 town hall-style forums organized by Alex Green of Backpages Books with help from Cafe on the Common, Watch, WCAC-TV, and Boston.com. Questions were submitted by audience members and asked by moderator James Kerwin of Harvard Law School.
If you had to do a performance evaluation of the current city council.
One question about the current city council drew contrasting opinions about Mayor McCarthy.
We need to reach out to the mayor. She has a very difficult job to do in running this city, and we have to support her when we can.
But it's a two-way street. To be perfectly honest with you and frank, we need to work together more. I don't see a lot of that coming from the corner office to the majority of the city council.
On the issue of term limits, longtime incumbent Kathy McMenamin said she supported them.
I believe in term limits, and when term limits finally comes into existence, I'll get off the city council.
While fellow incumbents Tom Stanley and Sally Kalura spoke out in opposition.
We do have term limits, and it's called going to the polls to vote.
The candidates and audience were polite and respectful. Incumbent Tom Stanley, who won the primary election, fielded the most questions and presented the most depth in his responses, while first-time candidate Doris Donovan was the most succinct.
With all the traffic that we have in the city, isn't it amazing that the master traffic plan is sitting on the website undone?
Joe Vizard, whose supporters held signs outside before the meeting began, rallied the most for change on the council.
You really need to look at how government's spending money before you start looking for more.
During various questions, the candidates made clear their views on the Polaroid site and overdevelopment.
Even what concessions the city had gotten may be in jeopardy as one entity disappears and a possible new entity purchases the site. I'm concerned about the traffic implications of having a large mall complex at the Polaroid site.
We're working with them, doing traffic studies. They are going to invest millions of dollars within the area to help improve traffic.
So right over here, the Northland development, City Council voted unanimously that project down a year ago. I was one of the members of the City Council to do that. Now it's before the City Council again with a much less dense proposal that we're currently reviewing and have been for the past year.
I differ greatly with the impact, my view of the impact that these development proposals are going to have on this downtown, economically and on the quality of life.
On the subject of diversity, Councillor Sally Kalura noted the predominance of Caucasians in the audience and put the onus on the people to promote the interests of minorities and immigrants.
How can we get people of color or other nationalities, other cultures to be involved? Ask. Get them to vote. Get them to register to vote. Get them to be involved. You can do it as well as we can.
The next forum will take place on Wednesday at 6 p.m. with the other 6 candidates for councillor at large. For Waltham Newswatch, this is Chris Wangler.